Oliveira is 5th, Lewis Berry 6th, 7th is Alex Wannabe, Dylan Tatum in 8th, 9th is Jody Fox, Simon Keeble rounding off the top 10. People to look out for: James Wood in 26th, Milton Steele Vassell starting 21st, Paul Ozan starting 19th, and Lewis Jones starting 31. So this is Lewis's start at the back. Off they go.
Oh, again, people realise that first corner is where you can make a move. There's an awful lot of shuffling about, and the amount of carts that are coming inside. So that's, again, a problem with one of the carts at the back of the field. But the problem is the carts are getting nudged about. Two more carts are facing the wrong way, going into the S's. So that's all gone a bit wrong for a few of them. But we'll find out who they are when they get left behind the timing in a second.
Massive carnage at the hairpin.
Oh dear.
And we've got a bit of a traffic stop. It's like the M25 down there. It came to a dramatic halt.
Three or four of them had problems.
Yeah, we've certainly had contact of various sorts there. As the leader, though, very much the lead of this heat. The possession of Jack Jones on the number 78. He's got Paul Moran slotting in behind him. Paul sliding a little bit wide there, or maybe not, carrying the momentum into the S's. Matthew Hildred's 3rd, Scott Lowther 4th, Pedro Oliveira 5th, 6th is Alex Warnaby, Simon Keeble 7th. Look at Paul Ozan up from 19th to 8th there, coming through the carnage at the hairpin. George Sanders 9th, rounding off the top 10, Luke Evans.
Yeah, you get carnage like that, and it's your heat to start at the back. It's like rub your hands with glee, isn't it, really?
It really was one of those unavoidable situations where we had carts being fired into the hairpin. And again, Nick, an 815-metre circuit, and we're getting these races underway after one warm-up lap, and there's no doubt
chilly
about
day.
it. This chilly ambient temperature, chilly, relatively cold track temperature. The tyres are nowhere near where they need to be to give you the sort of grip you expect.
So we're currently looking at second place, which is Paul Moran, the 77. Oh no, but no, I've got myself confused there because actually I think it's someone about to be lapped at the front. So who's that running around now at the front? It is me talking to myself. All right, the 99 car, is he a lap down? Yes, he is. That's Steve Jackson is a lap down, so he's not actually leading. So we're with the leader, which is Jack Jones, and then behind him is Paul Moran.
Yeah, it's the number 78 who
leads. the big battle is for 3rd. So let's go back, and there's a problem. There's actually a problem on the car. It's not a problem. It's a waving, an annoyance.
I think he's either getting tapped from behind or he's
not happy, is he? He's not happy. That is the 17 something.
26.
I thought it was the could be
Matthew
right.
Hildred.
Is it Hildred's upset? Is it?
Yeah, I think is that Paul Moran just ahead of him? I'll be able to check that out.
So you've got a lapped cart
underneath us.
So right ahead of him in 3rd place, I think, is the 57.
That's right. It is.
So it's Pedro Oliveira. Pedro, who has a bit of a start at Glannigore, wasn't he? Because he had a win and then he was leading and then broke down right in front of us. So Pedro going well. And then behind him is an absolute swathe of carts.
Matthew Hildred in the 26 just coming out of the hairpin. Now he stopped waving. He stopped waving at people. And
he's got the 47 on his tail of Simon Keeble.
Stop being annoyed by people.
By life.
Yeah.
Now, the 99 car who's lost a lap, though, is pretty much on the pace of these. So he will be causing them quite a big problem. He's not one of these guys who's 3 seconds lap slow and drifts back. He's a guy who had to spin the first lap, but he's up to pace and up the inside there. And back again, and 47 and 28 have a bit of a battle around the bottom of the bend. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, not quite enough to challenge at the hairpin. Just ahead of these, it's the battle with Paul Moran. Who's got Pedro Oliveira, Paul Moran and Pedro Oliveira now coming together, just coming out of the top bend.
Yeah, we need to pick up second and third. They're coming down, about to cross into Matt's Cameron now. The green and the blue. Oh, up the inside goes the 57.
Yeah, Paul Moran.
Took him in the end. Now will the third... So Oliveira got it.
Paul Moran on the 77, wise enough just to let Pedro through. It was a great move by Pedro. He didn't make it easy for him, did Paul?
Lap carts ahead of both of them now. That's the 99.
Settled in now and leaving Pedro to chase after Jack Jones.
So he's all on his Jack Jones at the moment.
Who's very much on his Jack Jones at the front of this field. That's the 99 who's a lap down now after that first lap incident. And we're inside of 3 minutes of this second heat for Senior Rotax. And we're going to see Pedro Oliveira move away from Paul Moran, who'll be happy with the 3rd place if he can keep Simon Keeble away from that 3rd place. The 47, though, looking very challenging now and trying to close the gap In fact, I think no, that's the 99.
No,
I got excited there. The 99 ahead of the 77.
Paul Moran now waving heavily at the 99 lapped car, going, "What the hell are you doing? Get out of the way!" The thing he doesn't seem to realise is he's waving from behind. So there's no possible way that the 99 can see him.
That's true.
Steve Jackson, is causing frustrations and having no idea. It'll be a lovely afternoon drive on a Sunday morning.
The thing is, if you've got the pace to get away at the start and maximise that heat, starting at the front of the grid, and that's exactly what Jack Jones has done. 3.7 seconds from Oliveira. Time running out for Oliveira to catch him. That's a huge gap.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. Is that because he's even in clear air he's had the last couple of laps, he's been getting no nearer. Let's just.
So when you see that happening in front of you, if you're Pedro Oliveira, do you continue to push to bring down the gap, or do you just then sort of ease the pace and start looking after the tyres?
So the 47 now, Keeble in third, coming into Hans Hairpin now.
So Moran losing out towards the final stages of this heat. Kart 57, Pedro Oliveira through. There's the 47 of Simon Keeble behind him. Now they're spaced out now at the front, Nick. They've made their way through. The faster drivers have made their way through to the front end of this field. Paul Moran in fourth. He's got Paul Lozan, former Super 1 O plate holder. Paul Lozan, another driver that we featured in our paddock walk.
Nice move up the inside.
Yeah, hard man to keep behind you is Paul Lozan.
That was unfortunate because he ended up losing 2 places there.
Took Adam Rogers with him, hasn't he? Adam Rogers saying, "Wait for me, Paul Lozan."
Thank you very much for opening the door, and I'll hop through.
Yeah, Paul Moran.
He's like the worst. He was like the worst Jehovah's Witness there, wasn't he? He opened the door, he's straight in.
So change for that position, but just look at that battle for fourth and fifth.
Oof.
With the clock ticking towards the checkered flag, Paul Lozan has not got things easy. He hasn't felt it necessary to drive defensively into the Hans Hairpin, into the horseshoe then, and he's aware that Adam Rogers is there, but Paul Lozan, very, very experienced head on the man, been around karting for many years, started here at Clay Pigeon when he was 1984, I think he said, as a child in junior Britain, I think it would be back then. So last lap board for the leader. So we're into the final lap of the second heat for senior Rotax. As we stick with this battle, I'm not sure Rogers has got enough to challenge for that.
2 or 3 corners to go. We can just call the leaders over the line, though.
Checkered flag flies. Jack Jones does indeed take the win there.
Oliveira gained a second over that last 2.5 minutes. Now, how much that was extra pace and how much that was Jones easing off, I don't know. There go our guys. Keeble third. Paul Lozan fourth. Adam Rogers fifth. Paul Moran sixth. George Chandler seventh. Luke Evans is eighth. Jake Davis ninth. Scott Smith took 10th on the last lap. Scott Lowther 11th. Thomas Storer is